For this tutorial, we're going to be looking at adding text to an image. So I turned on Photoshop, I went to File, Open, and I imported this photo onto my desktop. So I'm actually going to add some text to my image. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on the T for the text tool here. And I actually have a variety of text tools I can look at. There's the horizontal type tool and the vertical type tool. And in addition to that, I have the ability to change the font type, whether I want it to be regular, bold, fine, or thin, the size of the text, whether it's going to be sharp or not. And in particular here, you can choose whether it's going to be crisp, strong, or smooth, whether it's going to be justified, the color of the font, and in addition to that, you have the capability of augmenting and altering the curve of the text. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to click on the text tool. I'm going to choose horizontal text. And you'll see as I click, hold, and drag, I'm making a text box. And when I let go of that, you'll see a text box shows up. And all the way to the right, you'll see that a second layer has opened up on my palette area here for layers. So down here is the actual photo, and floating over it in a separate layer is the text tool. So I'm actually going to choose a large text to make sure it can be seen. I'm going to choose a font that I think would be interesting to use. Maybe something like that. And I'm going to type in orange. And as you see, one of the problems we have with the text tool is that if our photos are very, very big, sometimes our font is difficult to find. In this case, here's my font. So I'm going to click, hold, and select it, head up to the actual size, and I'm going to change the size to something that's a little bit bigger and easier to see. So there's my word orange. I still think it's a little small, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger by typing in a larger number. I also would like the word to be in the center, and additionally I would like it to be, well, here it says it's only allowed as a regular one, so I'm good with that. I'm going to change the color of my font to something a little bit more interesting. I think I want to choose a color that's available in the picture. So I'm just going to pull my dropper to a spot of color that matches up. And so the color that I clicked on with my eyedropper now shows up here in the palette for color, and I'm going to click OK. While this is still selected, I have to decide if I'm happy with having a fully horizontal text or if I'd add a style to it. So in this case, I feel I want to add a little bit of a lower arc. And I'm just going to pull that over with toggles a little bit and match it up and click OK. So now that that's done and no longer selected, I have my text and it's sitting up here on a separate layer.